I'm Tiffany here with The Crafty Home, and today I am going to tell you all of the books I plan to read in June. Well, not all of them, but some of them, although just what I have on this list is quite ambitious, and we'll see. So a couple of the books I've already read in June, which I guess could technically be considered on my TBR, is Rebel Belle, which I finished early in the month by somebody Hawkins. I can't think of her first name right now. And then I'm also in the middle of The Heir by Kiera Cass. So here is the rest of the list. There are a lot of fantasy on here, and those are harder for me to get through despite the fact that I love them, so we'll see how I do. I may have to start reading 2 books at a time to try to get through them faster. First off, I have Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. This is his first novel, and this was one of the Year of Cosmere books for last month. I'm behind. My husband has already read this and wants me to read it soon, so it is the next book. Well, actually I have a couple books for review, which I'm not putting on my TBR because it just got confusing and long, and yeah. So anyway, this is the book, so I need to read that. And then also from last month's Year of Cosmere is, I believe it's The Emperor's Soul. Out of here, this is the 2 novellas together. It's just a novella, so it shouldn't take too long. Then this month's Year of Cosmere is Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson, and I believe this is kind of a action-packed, like superhero-ish type, I believe, something like that. It's supposed to be really good. I mean, the guy on the front's wearing a cape. It looks good. Looks fun. And then also for this month's Year of Cosmere read, sorry, my nail I think is breaking, is The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. This, I believe, is going to be a series. He has so many, how he keeps track. He has so many series going at a time, and it's just nuts. But this is the young adult book that he has written. I've heard a little bit about it before. It's some sort of magic system that has to do with chalkings, like things you draw, and math, I believe. It has a lot of great pictures in it, and yeah. I've had this one since before I knew who Brandon Sanderson was, so I'm excited to read it. I got it from Book Outlet Mini early on in my booktube career. Next are a couple of books that I am going to read as part of the Lord of the Rings Summer Readathon. I believe the hashtag for that is LOTR Summer, I think, and it's being hosted by somebody whose name I can't remember, but I'll make sure to link the channel down below, and I believe there's a Twitter. I don't think there's a Goodreads. I think there's just a Twitter for it. So yeah, it's just to read the 3 books out of the Lord of the Rings, but I'm including The Hobbit as well. So The Hobbit is mostly a reread for me. So yes, The Hobbit by J.A.R. Tolkien, and this one won't take too long to get through. It's a little bit easier. And then this beast of a book, which doesn't look that big until you see the print, and you know, I mean, it's high fantasy with lots of world building, so it'll take me a while to get through. But this is The Fellowship of the Ring, which is part 1 of the Lord of the Rings. You know, there's quite a bit of controversy. I've heard a lot of people say that The Lord of the Rings was meant to be 1 book, but we like get it in 3 parts now, and so we can consider it 3 books. I don't know. Anyway, that book. And then next I am doing the Month of Matson with with Maureen for Maureen Keevy, and there is a Goodreads group for this, so I'll make sure to link that down below, as well as Maureen's video announcing it. And I read Since You've Been Gone just last month, and so I'm not going to reread that this month, but I'll be able to, I might go in the comments and chat about that. But she only has 3 books out, and I really enjoyed that book, so I'm excited to read the other 2. I picked them up from the library today. So I have Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, which I've wanted to read for quite a while, and then Second Chance Summer. So, oh, and then the other book that I know for sure I'll be reading this month, I'm starting a buddy read on June 8th with Wonderland Books, and for some reason I can't think of your first name right now, which is bad because I just sent you a package and I watch you all the time. Horrible. I know. Horrible. Anyway, we are reading The Murder Complex together. She had hauled it, and I just bought it on Kindle, so I was like, we should totally read that together. So we're gonna buddy read it next week, starting on the 8th. and that's by Lindsay Cummings. So there's my TBR. It's quite ambitious, but I have at least those couple of Morgan Matson picks, and I have another readathon that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to film a TBR for soon. I'm going to try to do the rainbow readathon, and I'm going to try to make sure that as I do that one that I pick books that are lighthearted, so maybe that will help give me a break in the middle of the month, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this might be a bit much. Maybe in July I'll just take a break and read only like contemporary fluffy romances. I don't know. But anyway, until next time. Oh, well, first let me know what you're reading in the month of June, if you've read any of these books, what you think of them, which I should read first, blah blah blah. Let's talk in the comments, and until next time, I'll chat with y'all later.